All right, welcome to the Online Coach Podcast. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about three things: moving from Puerto Rico, hiring a coach, and the brunch reset.
That's right. So if this is your first time with us, I'm Jess. This is Jeff. We're a couple of online business coaches, and we built 2 six-figure coaching businesses, both within 90 days, completely organically. So the point of creating these podcasts for you guys is to share with you the lessons we've learned along the way. So we don't do any cuts. We keep this pretty raw and real. That being said, today it is very noisy around here. So you may hear some kids crying, you may hear some dogs barking, and some motorcycles rumbling, but we're gonna try to keep this as quick and succinct as possible to mitigate that noise.
Yeah, we got a Chuck E. Cheese up top. We got like a rap artist working on his new record down below. We've got construction right there. It's a shit show.
We got a lot going on today, but we're in good spirits.
Yeah. Yeah.
So first topic.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into it.
So, first topic is we are moving from Puerto Rico. We are leaving Puerto Rico, and we'll start out by saying why we moved here in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So we moved here in the first place to grow our business.
Just made me do it. Which is actually kind of true if you think about it.
Well, I made all the phone calls, and then I had the final decision. We were like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
And so we did it within 10 days.
On a
whim.
whim.
We were here. It was very much on a whim. And so we moved here to grow our business in an efficient way. So we got here, and the learning lessons we've been learning over the past year and a half or so, because we made this move back in 2021, was that this island is not really it doesn't allow us to grow our business efficiently, to put it point blank. And so what we mean by that is we are consistently without power, which includes internet.
For weeks at a time, we've weathered a couple of natural disasters without power, without water.
Even without the natural disaster, though, the power grid is very unstable here, so we don't get internet consistently.
We pay for 2 internets, one for the front of the house, one for the back of the house.
Oh my God, when you say it out loud, I'm like, oh my gosh, how much money do we actually spend? We know how much we spend. It's a lot to try to keep all things running. But we're without running water from days on end, just because, same thing, water supply, it's here, but it's unstable. So it's very hard just to run a business without those 2 kind of things. And so recently also we had, what kind of put the nails in the coffin for us was when we mentioned this in the last podcast, but we were separate. I was in Laguna Beach, he was here, and we had total power drop, and we had a very big sales call day, and we couldn't take any of those sales calls. So we missed out on multiple 5 figures that day because we know our numbers very well. And so we can't grow our business if we can't get on the phone with people. We can't serve our clients properly and efficiently if we can't get on the phone with them. And that's honestly our number one. If we can't serve our clients, it's like, okay, we need to figure something out, which we do every time.
Yeah.
But it's time to be more efficient with it. Do you want to add anything to that? Because I feel like I'm just...
I do. So the main things you touched on was the reason things aren't working out here is number one, because of the natural disasters, the inefficiencies, like stuff doesn't work. I'm going to say also, I'll just call spade a spade. I don't like watching YouTube videos of people where they're just super PC and they're not telling me the whole story. I'm not going to get into the depth of it, but it's not... If you're a gringo in Puerto Rico, they are not rooting for you. It's not a friendly place to be unless you're living behind the gates in Las Palmas, behind the gates in El Dorado, or in a little small spot in Condado area. If you're outside of that, they are not rooting for you. I'll be honest, like we're used to having to walk around down here with our heads down. Even today, every single person I looked at that was a local, smile, hey, what's going on? Just mad dogging me. Last week, I got freaking almost in a fight with the dude because he thought I was taking a photo by the beach in front of our place. That's standard.
Yeah, I don't feel safe going to the beach by myself. We can't walk after dark anywhere.
Right, and we're kind of like the dumb gringos that are just like a lot of their meal ticket, where we have a bunch of people working for us, like legal, accounting, and stuff like that, where we're, in order to grow our business very efficiently down here, we're looking to get something done called a decree, and we were supposed to get that back in May. It's November now. There is no chance that we're going to get it by end of the year. And then looking forward, we're like, do these guys have any incentive to actually help us out, or are they just going to keep stringing us along and we're going to keep being their gravy train? We're it's going to be a money drain for us. And we're like, honestly, no. We're looking up like what's going on in politics and stuff like that. And Puerto Rico is having a big vote in November of this next year where they literally might secede from the union. And if that happens, we do not want to be here as gringos for that. So basically, we're the gringos that they see as just a gravy train. And hey, for all the Puerto Ricans that are super sweet, we're sorry. Like, not everyone's like that, of course, but that's just, I gotta be careful what I'm saying here.
You're doing great.
But we felt at home everywhere in the world that we've lived, except for here. So the whole point of having the freedom to be able to live anywhere and work from anywhere is to go someplace that you love and that you feel loved. It's not here. And then Jess and I talked a couple weeks ago, and you kind of broke down, and you're like, I don't feel safe here.
I had a moment.
I don't want to raise kids here because they wouldn't be safe. And they could be safe if we lived inside the gates, inside of like Las Palmas or El Dorado. But
I also don't want to have sheltered kids.
Yeah, we don't want kids who are used to being...
I want them to get into trouble.
Right, exactly. But I mean, even here where, I mean, on a daily or almost daily basis, it's just like, fuck you, gringo, go home.
Yeah.
Then you not even feeling safe to go out to the beach right in front of us.
Yeah.
It's not a good jam.
Exactly. So we also, as most of you know here, we optimize for lifestyle. We want to optimize for lifestyle. It's very important to us. And so current lifestyle, but also our future lifestyle, like we mentioned, having kids, things like that. It's very important for us to be in a place where we can live the lifestyle we want and build that lifestyle we want.
Can I touch on one thing?
Oh, yeah, please.
Some people might be watching this and be like, well, you guys have spent so much money time and effort trying to set up down there. Why don't you just stick it out? And I say, that is the wrong way to think about things. That's not how we think about things. And so you want to explain what we mean by that?
Yeah, essentially, we mean those are just sunk costs. And so a great example of this is using a relationship.
Yeah.
If you've been in a bad relationship, let's say for 10 years, are you going to stay in that relationship and just, stick it out because you put in so much time and effort? Or are you going to get out of that relationship and go on to something that you feel you really deserve and gets you excited and you're like, yes, this is what I want to do and who I want to be with? I'm hoping you're going to choose the answer of, I'm going to leave the relationship and go build my dream life here with somebody else. And so for us, yes, we put in so much time and money and effort to be here. However, the cons outweigh the pros in this case.
Yeah.
And so it's not worth it for us to just stick it out and okay, we've bought all this, we've invested all this money and time. It's not worth it to stay here for us. So we found a place that we do love.
So long story short, we're going to take the L on the last 1.5 to 2 years, and then we are going to create a life that we love somewhere else. And so I hope that inspires you guys or motivates you. Like, if you're in a bad situation, you can change it at any given time. Take the L, or at least take the learning lesson if you don't want to call it an L, and then start living the life you want.
There's no such thing as failures, only learning lessons,
Yeah.
or lessons learned, however you want to say it. So
Yeah, so that's just some high level stuff on why we're moving.
yeah, and we found a great place we want to move to.
Yeah, we're breaking the lease, losing a lot of money on that. We're going to be out of here in a couple weeks.
And we're excited though. We're very excited.
To break the lease and stuff like that?
Yeah, to be out of here in a couple weeks and
Oh,
just have it be behind us.
100%, yes.
Yeah, so I mean, that's how you take lemonade and make margaritas. You know what I mean?
100%.
I think I said that wrong, but oh well.
I don't know if we touched on this, but like, we've been working out at Starbucks this whole week, like in order to take client calls or sales calls. We've had to cancel a bunch of sales calls. We've been having to rent other Airbnbs. Like, it's been very stressful and frustrating. You wake up we're very organized people. We plan the day the night before, and then we replan it in the morning. And then you wake up, and then there's jackhammering going on at 7 a.m. or before 7 a.m. Sunday through Sunday. It's just like, okay, where are we going to be able to take a sales call? Do we have internet? Like, you know what I mean? It's tough.
Should we put that footage in at the end of this? And
Yeah,
let them know?
Yeah, we'll literally throw in a typical Tuesday for you guys, the footage at the end of this video. It's just doing a little house tour.
Kind of like a spoofy one.
Just so you guys are like, you get the real deal, at least a little taste of it.
Yeah. But is that all we had to say on, we are leaving Puerto Rico, and then we'll let you know where we're going next.
Yeah, maybe we'll let them know next week.
Yeah, maybe.
But let's on to greener pastures. Let's talk about hiring a coach. As coaches, we like to practice like we play. And if like you're a coach and you don't have a coach, you're a hypocrite, honestly. So we are always trying to up-level our game in business and health and lifestyle. So you want to take away and talk about first why we were interested in this one coach, and then what happened?
Yeah, so we were interested in this one coach because her business is essentially what we want to get our business to. And we were like, wow, this is our business model. Perfect. And she's very successful, seemingly.
And it's a chic. I mean, epic.
And we
I was
both
like, I want a female coach.
coaches.
Yeah.
And the pitch she gave was beautiful.
The pitch was amazing.
But
Booked a call.
we booked a call. Yes, we booked a call, and on the form that you're supposed to fill out, you have to fill out a series of questions. And basically one was like, okay, what are some hard no's you have? And so some hard no's when it comes to growing our business is we don't want a Facebook group. We don't want a big team. Like, we don't want to be managing and herding. We call it herding puppies. You've heard this before from us. And so we make sure to put that in there because we know exactly what we want and don't want out of business.
And we don't want to have to hire a big team of call setters. Those
Yeah.
are the only 3 stipulations we put. And so we're like, okay, but that's cool because she makes it seem like you don't need any of those 3 things to make her model work. So we're like, no big deal. And it's a 5-figure investment too. And we also had to pay to even apply.
Yeah, we had to pay to book the call essentially. But a couple days later, we got an email saying, basically, you're not a fit for our program or my program because you don't want those 3 things, which was call setters, huge team, and a Facebook group. And we're like, but wait, this was not in the pitch. And what you were saying in the pitch seemed exactly what we wanted. So it was a little bit of a bait and switch to us where we're like, but okay, that was not disclosed at all.
Right. And so it was kind of a blessing. At first we were bummed. We're like, ah, shit, it would have been cool to work with her. But also, this is a good teaching point, is be careful of the influencer coaches. We have a lot of friends that are influencers. No, I don't want to cast shade on influencers in general, but influencers that are then turning into coaches, be careful of that because their methods will not work for you if you have a small audience. So we have a tiny audience at this point, and this woman coach was an influencer first, and yeah, I just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Just,
but on the bright side, though, we did find a coach this week.
Yeah,
and
and we-
invested in a mentor.
yeah, hired him today.
Yeah, so we're really excited about that. So it's like when one door closes, it's okay. Another one's meant to open somewhere else.
Right. And also, like, when we've gotten burned from some bad coaches in the past, and we hear from a lot of you guys that you have as well, we now look at things a little bit differently. And, well, number one, you always want to get on the phone with them just to vet them.
Yes.
And ideally the coach, not a closer, because then you can get the real deal. Like our last coach, we're like, so we don't have to use Facebook groups or call setters, right? The guy's like, oh yeah. And then the person on our onboard call is like, okay, you need to set up your Facebook group. We're like,
Facebook group.
we just paid you a lot of money because you said we wouldn't have to do that. And then the onboard person wasn't speaking to the person who closed us, who wasn't speaking to the other people in the program. It's a shit show.
But that said, the way we think about hiring coaches and mentors.
Yeah, this is the teaching point right
Here's
here.
the teaching point. The way we think about hiring coaches and mentors is if we can learn one important skill, if we can refine our process, make it better by 1%, it is worth overpaying for because we wouldn't have
100%.
had that knowledge. Hadn't we done that. So just speaking on that coach, that was a coach that we consider we got burned by. However, we did get a really valuable piece of information from them that helped us with our business. So we're not looking.
It wasn't a full burn. It was just like he sold us a false bag of goods, but we made it work. We made lemonade out of lemons.
Yeah, lemonade out of lemons.
Yeah.
So that's how we think about hiring coaches and mentors. It's if we can get 1% better, we can learn a skill and really develop a skill set. It's totally worth the 4 to 5 figure investment for us.
100%. So the guy, just so you guys know, that we hired this week, his specialty is YouTube shorts. We have never done a YouTube short before. And so we're just thinking, okay, if we just learn one thing new, which won't be hard since we've never done them, then it's a success. And in the past, I've been guilty of hiring mentors or coaches that I was like, they better just help me solve anything. It's like, coaches are not meant to be saviors. They're meant to help you get a step up on a couple of things. Now, our front end program is pretty much, it's the A to Z soup to nuts on how to start and scale a coaching business. But for the most part, if you want to have a good coaching experience 100% of the time, just lower your expectations. Be like, if I just learn one thing out of this thing, or if I just get better than an ROI on my money on this, it's a win. I don't see how you could say it isn't a win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for the new mentor / coach that we hired today. We'll probably give you guys an update on that too as we're going along with him.
Yeah, a couple of client wins actually from this last week.
Yeah.
Do we talk about Bobby?
Oh my God, no, we need to talk about Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby's such a badass. So one of our clients this week, I don't know why I was thinking of this. Well, maybe just because it was freaking amazing. I was just talking about lowering expectations about coaches, but I'm like, guys, with us, like, we'll help you out. Like, we're looking in your eyes. Like, we'll hook you up.
Yeah.
With this one guy who was in the hospital and he was still booking calls from his hospital bed and closing clients.
Oh my gosh.
Heart working at 15%. And so, like, if you think you're busy or you think like it's not the right time for you, you're never going to feel ready. And if we could have clients like Bobby, his first week with us.
What a badass. I'm like, I have zero excuses. Like, none of my excuses are good.
Right. I got on a sales call with a woman earlier this week. She was really sweet, but her head was just not in the right place. I'm like, hey, our whole system, I'm not going to bullshit around. It's 80-20. We've 80-20 what it takes to create a 6-figure coaching business. It only takes you 1 to 2 hours per day, 5 to 6 days per week. Do you have that time? And I know it sounds funny. She said, no, I don't think I could swing that. And I'm like, really? But you just told me that you don't have a job right now. So if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing for those 24 hours a day?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just really busy cleaning the house and stuff like that. Got it. I don't think it's a good fit, you know?
Yeah, well, and you prioritize what's important to you. So at this time, building her business isn't important to her and cleaning the house is.
Exactly, and we're making excuses too.
But yeah, Bobby, shout out to you. You're a major badass. My jaw is just on the floor. You're incredible. Crushing it in the hospital and then getting home from the hospital and continuing to crush it. Like, you just didn't even lose a beat.
Yeah, that was a pretty freaking good
So
one.
impressive and yeah, very admirable.
All right, coach. Just touch on that, and then the last thing we want to touch on before it gets really loud here. We've been really lucky.
I know, you guys must be the good luck charm.
Starting to get excited. What was our last one?
The brunch reset.
The brunch reset. Yes. So guys, when shit is hitting the fan, when you're waking up and you are just frustrated and stuff like that, we found what helps us is just have a couple of go-tos where you can just have a nice reset. And something that we like to do is we call it the brunch reset. So we've actually done brunches every single day for like the last 5 days.
It's been a tough week.
It's been a tough week,
and our mindset, we're really good at mindset training. We're really good at setting ourselves up for, when shit hits the fan, we're like, okay, we're ready, prepared. But then when just the unexpected happens and your mind still, we're human. We're human. Our mindset went totally into the shit. And so we're like, okay, let's go reset. And we decided, okay, let's go sit at brunch. Let's pretend it's a Saturday. Let's factor in some lifestyle, reset, put a smile on our face, have a great coffee. Great omelet.
Simple Lux life. It all goes back to that.
Life. And so we really optimized for lifestyle this week, even though we had a lot of dips.
Even if you feel like you're in a really shitty situation, you've got those. Make sure to have those go-tos. So for you, it could be like a workout or a walk, hopefully in the safe part of town.
Yeah, thanks.
For both of us, it's a brunch we could share. That's always really nice.
Yeah. So we talk about this a lot on our coaching calls with our clients too, just because as entrepreneurs, of course, we're going to need a little work on a mindset at times just because the journey is like this. And so we have these recharge, I call them my high vibe activities. I think I've talked about this before actually in a podcast. And you have your mindset training that you do. And it's basically just to kind of like reset, do something that lifts your spirits, gets you in a good mood, makes you feel good. It could be a walk outside, it could be brunch with your SO, it could be a nap, it could be a workout, it could be hanging with your dog, it could be, hanging with a friend, whatever it is. But just get maybe 3 to 5 go-tos that you can just automatically turn to once you feel your mindset.
It's so important
down.
Because what's the opposite of that? What if you don't have these dialed in? Well, then you can start off the day having a bad day, and then you're never going to be able to turn it around. So you need these. If you're looking to start or scale your business, you need a handful of go-tos that you can reach into and use. So for example, like today we woke up, a couple things were hitting the fan, and it's just like, this is tough. Oh, it's loud again. Definitely can't film, can't even think, you know what I mean? So, okay, cool. Just gonna go to Starbucks. Jesus, I should get like a membership or something.
They should have those.
I know. Yeah, so it's like, okay, I can go work from there a little bit. Get some egg bites. Those are a jam.
I tried to stick it out here and I called him and was like, I gotta get out of here.
Exactly. You kind of hear some of it starting up a little bit.
They're starting to show off again.
Yeah.
Beautiful. But yeah, so the brunch reset, have your activities, your go-tos when you feel to be getting into a little bit of slump, mindset's going down a little bit, or something unexpected happened that irks you. There's some noise, sorry about it, guys. Have those activities that you can turn to so that you can just elevate your spirits, increase your vibe, increase that frequency, put a smile on that face, get back to work, do some good lifestyle.
Should we hit them with like 10 of them just to give them some ideas? Like, honestly, egg bites at Starbucks.
Egg bites at Starbucks. For me, I love a good walk outside in the morning. I know we're listening to a podcast, particularly like a girly podcast, nothing really too business related, so that makes me laugh, put a smile on my face.
So it was raining this morning. So another one you could do is just a good coffee. Now, you can't always go out to get one. That's sometimes a luxury. So having just your ingredients at home to make a banging one, awesome. Go to chocolate collagen, some butter, a little bit of salt, a little bit of maca in it. I know a little bit of little foofy and it's getting a little pricey, but it's freaking good.
So good.
And
then
some organic coffee in it. That is a jam. I smell that. All of a sudden, the world's a friendlier place. You want to hit him with another one?
Yeah.
Rapid fire this one.
We did a 20-minute lay down today. That was great. We needed that. Sometimes it's a 5-minute. All you need is just to like relax, reset.
Or watching like 1 or 2 vlogs. Usually we try to keep ourselves to 1. But make sure when you're watching content, make sure that you're not just consuming, you're also creating, of course. But also after you watch something, just think, did that make me feel better or worse? With some like the flashy entrepreneur stuff, it makes you feel a little bit worse, we found.
It makes me feel worse for sure.
Yeah, but we found a couple of vloggers that we like. We just like watching vlogs. I can't wait till we're in this new place to show you how we live there. It's very simple. It's not flashy at all, but I think you guys will enjoy it too.
Yeah.
It'll make people feel good just from like, oh, that's simple. I do similar things.
Yeah, but other things, getting to work out, meditations, hanging with your pet, hanging with your hubby, sitting down, just breathing, like taking a deep breath, just anything like that. We're running out of battery, so I'm gonna start wrapping this up.
Wrap it up. I just want to give like a little rec and a little shout out to Just Shitty. What's his name?
Yes, Jolie.
Jolie. Couple of cute boys and men in Vancouver. We just stumbled onto them.
Yeah.
Asian dude. He and his boyfriend are really, really cute. Just watch them. They're a vibe.
So good.
It's just lifestyle vlogs about how to make your life less shitty. We vibe with that, dude. So maybe we'll link them below.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. Yeah. So we watch vlogs like that to make us feel good too. But yeah, guys, we're running out of battery, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Any last minute words?
See you guys next week. Same bat time, bat channel, and we'll let you know where we're gonna be moving the week after that.
Yeah, any questions or anything, drop them down in the comments below. But we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Welcome to my crib. Got the main entryway here. Some beautiful morning music going on, special for you guys here. Nice workout area, desk area, very easy to concentrate. Love how peaceful it is, honestly, can't you tell? Really awesome kitchen, that's even quieter if we're being honest. It's so nice, I love it. So, okay, so down here, this is where, the magic happens. For sure. Bathroom, we won't spend too much time in there, don't worry. Studio, we'll say that for last, it's probably the best. This is where the magic happens. It's where we have our personal alarm clock built into this place. It's incredible, if we're being honest. 7 a.m., we're up to drilling. Beautiful. Yeah, so let's go show them this. That's how nice the audio is in our studio for when we're ready to film. Oh my God. Like perfect. So see, this is where we sit and we film. No issues. They're gonna give me a heart attack. That's the house tour, guys. Welcome and good night.